Do you remember? There's been some like funky Borderlands 3 review stuff going on. Some outlets are being told that they are not getting review copies for security reasons. And in fact, nobody in the UK got a copy for that, purportedly that reason. But according to the latest Giant Bombcast, which I think just came out tonight, Jeff Gerstmann noted that their PR rep told them specifically that the tone of their previous coverage of the game was the reason for them not getting the advanced access. And yeah, that's not good. So
is it though? There's part of me that's like, if you're not gonna give at least honesty, you can't go wrong with that.
That's surprising
they know
honesty.
Why they're not getting the copy, and they're now reporting on why they're not getting the copy. So I don't really see. It's not like they're. I think this is fine. I know it's not cool or nice, but it's fine.
Well, they're just controlling. I mean, every publisher really is doing this.
They are, yeah. In
some form.
This is to the extreme.
Correct.
Right? What Borderlands is doing.
Well, because they're not only doing
it's not surprising.
Right.
That Borderlands is the game that's doing it.
And they're telling you that they're doing it.
Right.
Yeah, it would be different if it was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but they told a lot of outlets that it was over security concerns, so it makes you think that those security concerns are really review coverage concerns. And Jeff...
Well, they are. There's no security concerns.
No, of course not. It's bullshit. Especially since... And the other... So that's one weird thing. Okay? That's one weird thing. Maybe the stranger thing... Because these selective review coverage, that's not that uncommon anymore.
If you were on their side and you could pull it off,
right?
Wouldn't you?
Of course. I mean, they're trying to get that Metacritic score as high as possible on day one, and
they're playing a game more than they probably need to. I would say. Right.
It's probably not necessary.
They're probably overthinking this.
So. So the other funky review thing was that instead of just sending like a code to download the game, like most of the review games are coming these days. I don't think there's no debug kits anymore, and I don't think they're sending discs in the mail very often anymore. It's usually just a straight up download code that's the copy of the game that everybody's going to download when it comes out for the most part.
For I would say, yeah, probably like 95% of review code is that way.
Right. So in this case, it was a special Epic Game Store account that was made just for the reviewer with a special build of the game that they were told, I guess, wasn't done, and that their progress may or may not be compatible with the release version.
Mm-hmm.
That's unusual.
I really think, again, they're just overthinking this.
Why do you think but the game has to be done, right? Like the game's out. Like how they didn't get the game like 4 weeks ago, right? The review copy?
I think they're just extremely paranoid for no good reason.
Well, what's the reason for doing it this way with this special Epic Game Store account and like a weird build of the game?
I think it's because Randy Pitchford's insane.
Is that the reason?
That's
all
the
of this
really
is
good
basically
reason.
Randy Pitchford is insane, and if he did nothing, like none of this insane stuff, everything would be fine.
I'm sure it'd be fine.
Like it's just not necessary. Any of this?
It's completely unnecessary.
Like just make the game.
That's what it all comes down to. Is like, yeah, like
not only that, but I'm sure most people have even already made their decision.
Right. This like has like probably very little impact on who's buying Borderlands or not.
Right. Especially since like the game comes out on a Friday. It's like a weird release day. I don't know that everybody's rushing to look at the reviews.
A lot of games come out on Fridays now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's not that weird anymore.
Right. I guess
I'm looking forward to it.
Sure.
I think it will be more Borderlands. From what I played at E3, it was exactly more Borderlands.
Right. I saw that Best Buy gives you a $10 reward certificate off the digital versions now of the games that are eligible. So I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. I've read a lot of people like are not into the jokes that are in Borderlands anymore.
Ben Kuchera at Polygon was not a fan.
I'm fine with that as well.
Is a lot of duty jokes.
Sure, that we can have games with that as well. Like Borderlands is not a game that takes itself seriously unless it's trying to censor review coverage.
Right, exactly.
that is where
a game that's 90% poop jokes shouldn't be taking itself so seriously.
Right, exactly. That's pretty funny. Oh boy. Well, yeah. It's just completely unnecessary. People are at this point like, I don't know. If the game has an 80 on Metacritic compared to an 85, I don't know that matters. I mean, all the reviews are gonna come out anyway. If it's like you're talking about like a few day period where, the people who got the early access reviews up, and then everybody else. So the score is gonna get there.
Right. And to be honest, this game, the reviews on this come with a lot of backstory. Like, you come into this game knowing all of the Randy Pitchford stuff when you're reviewing it. No matter how much somebody may want to set that aside, like, it comes pre-packed into this.
You think so?
Yeah,
People
no
can't
question. You can't separate them in this. I'm sure some people can, but it's real easy to not separate them.
Sure. Climb on. And he's especially with this shit. Randy's making it real easy for everybody to not. Isn't that the funny thing? Like they're thinking like they're outsmarting everybody. Is all it's just gonna do now is all the sites that got late copies of the game obviously they're gonna be now biased. I mean, they can't help it. Like how are they not gonna feel resentment towards 2K and this game? Like
also Borderlands, like if this is the same scope of other Borderlands games, not a fun game to review on a schedule.
Right. Like I don't think these guys got the game very early, even the early reviewers. Like I'm thinking like a week. I think I read somewhere, but it seemed like they didn't get it very far in advance at all. Yeah. Yeah. Plowing through this game in like it's probably like a 30-hour game. Plowing through this
or more. If you do side missions in these games,
right? If you do it right, the way it's meant to be done, it's supposed to be like a long burn. So it's pretty weird.
Yeah. On the other hand, maybe Pitchford's a genius because this will be extremely divisive for a long time. This game.
You think so?
Yeah, there's going to be people on the internet that are going to defend it and be, no matter what, like in his court, just because that's how the internet works.
And every time there's a little bit of DLC that's released, people are going to be really analyzing it to see how much they can get outraged.
And on the other side, you have the people that are going to look at it and dissect it from like a non-politically correct type of view of this, of the game itself. There's a lot of stuff to dissect within Borderlands.
Right. Without all the external, like, not necessary PR shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you don't need that. No more. Stop doing weird shit.
Stop making me not want to like your game.
Right. He's like Elon Musk. Like, okay, you put out like some good products, like just shut up. Like, okay, you're really smart. You're a genius with some things, like building stuff, making a video game or something, but maybe not every thought you have.
Flash drives and dinner dates, not your thing.
Maybe not all the thoughts are genius. Maybe you're like, the genius of you is going to be like in a, department somewhere. It's not everything, right? Like the best, you can only be great at some things, not everything.
Yeah.